Hello. How's everyone doing? I gotta change this Twitch title. It's not Friday anymore. Well, look who is up. I know. I can't believe I just slept in. Sora, I saw your message. Yeah. We'll get that arranged. Man, I need to get something done with some of this inventory space here. I need to just buy more inventory space on this character, but without a sale, I'm not gonna burn that on that. Clear out some of these traits here. I see RT Ralph won the Liberated Borg Command Juggernaut. Congrats on that. Get some coffee ASAP. I know. Terrible. I need to go to a different character. Delkina, I need coffee. I know I need coffee. Sora, there's multiple of you. Okay. Cal, it's going fine. Okay, let's get some of this stuff out of my inventory, or out of my thing here. Oh wow, this is stuff that's sent to me to give away. Ignore that's 2024. Oh boy. Oof. I'm really far behind on giving these away, aren't I? Jeez. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of giveaways in the future. Oh, a T6 primate. You know what? That's going up right now. Staggy, I am sorry that it took so long for this to go. Slyness, saved for the Goran Pilot Raider. Use your build video on Mirangle. Thank you. Nice. Dude, the plasma setups, they are just so nice. I'm setting up a giveaway right now. Slash G create. We'll do this for another 7 days. Oh, it didn't respond. Giveaway bot. Why don't you ever want to work? There we go. Giveaway up in the CasualSAB Discord for a T6 Adolith, courtesy of Steggy. Did that giveaway work, or did the bot continue to just fail? Oh god, I'm a Gorn now? Oh no. Was on a Gorn, yeah. Jay, how's it going? Alpatron? Are any of you able to see and enter that giveaway in the giveaways channel on the CasualSAB Discord, or is it giving you a bunch of errors? You can't see it? Okay. I deleted it. I'm going to recreate it. No, the giveaway bot just literally just does not want to work right now. Okay, we'll try that again in a little bit to see if I can get that working. Yeah, I mean, I don't have the ability to restart it, but it clearly needs to be restarted. Okay, a lot of people have sent me things and I feel bad. Okay, we're getting to more recent stuff. So let me delete selected. And let's go back over to the other character. Giveaway bot is in a worse shape than Spencer is at the moment. Oof. Don't sound well. I just woke up. I slept in, okay. It's 2 p.m. Right now, I mean, they're basically gonna be they're gonna be very similar. It's just with Epic, you're only getting what, the 5% cash back now. Yeah, that's the difference. So, I mean, I would go Epic still personally. I'm biased towards it, but I mean, both are getting you 23,000 Zen for 200 bucks, and let me pull that up here. Yeah, I mean, it's still 23,000 Zen, but you're getting still the 5% cash back. So, I mean, it's not the 20% we had before, but that's still better than Arc. I mean, it's both are giving you 23,000 Zen for 200 bucks, but Epic gives you 5% cash back. Well, as Epic rewards. Alan, how's it going? Anything else I want to just dump in here right now? Let's get these Mark II weapons out of the way. Leave the Omnis and the Wide Arc Ultimate.
Oh, what's the harm in a little friendly wager?
Okay. I want to be able to gamble, but I gotta clear space first. Okay, can I use G Crate yet on the giveaway bot? It's been a couple minutes. Yes, there we go. 7 days, PC only for T6 Adolith, courtesy of Steggy. Submit. There we go. Good, you guys were able to enter. Okay. Interaction failed. Just try it. I can see some people are getting in. I mean, you've got a week, so what is the purchase code again? It's just code CasualSAB. So just the name of the channel. Bridger. You got some to try it out? I mean, it's on sale. Was it on a sale for you, Dark Eddie? It should have been like 13 something for a box. Baseball bat then. Okay. I've got some stuff here to give away, and I've been told to use some of this for myself. So the keys here, Dan and Sora. Thank you. Atagia. Oh, anonymous. Sorry, I already showed the name. Thank you for the keys, and let's get the T6 coupon and the... That's my bad for not keeping that anonymous. I'm too tired today. We'll get this started as well. Yeah, I mean, it depends on your country for sure. But yeah, that can change things quite a bit. Okay, so PC only, T6 coupons plus 3 T6, or it's a T6 coupon plus 3 of the T6X upgrades. So this is going up in the CasualSAB Discord for a week. There you go. So there's your chance to win that. I mean, it adds up though, Lonnie, over time. Uh, yeah, it's on Discord. Sir Cryptic Shillington. Oh no. Logical, how's it going? Yeah, so this is all in the CasualSAB Discord, which is linked in the description below. Thank you for all of the donated items for me to give away, and also for the keys for me to rip open. So we're gonna do a mix of Borg and Infinity. Last night on the random Friday night stream I did, I opened 40 Borg and did not get a single Borg Duty Officer pack. So something I've done before that I find to help is to alternate between Borg and Infinity. It just seems like it drops the Borg Doff packs a bit more frequently when I do that. So I'm already in a like really populated instance, but let's just swap to another. Fundus, how's it going? It worked, boys. I just swapped instances before ripping open the packs and got a ship there. That's another liberated Borg Juggernaut to give away. So we'll spread the giveaways out. We'll do this one over on builds. So over on the builds Discord, giveaways /G create. We'll do this as a 14-day giveaway. Give people a bit more time. PC only. T6 liberated Borg command Juggernaut courtesy of Dan. I'll put Dan and Sawyer, but there were some keys from someone who wanted to remain anonymous, so go with that. Yeah, that's up in the builds Discord, so there's new giveaways up in both. RT Ralph, if you're around, I need your @ handle to send you the Borg jug that you won. Let me send Ralph a message here quick. Yeah. Yeah, now it's time to open these Borg Doff packs. Entered. Had some crazy luck in the past couple days. About 10 Delta Doff packs, 10 weapon packs. Pulled 2 scrambles, a radiolytic Omni, and an Ultimate Wide Arc DHC. That's not bad at all. Will Deca fix the Broken Academy skirt soon? I have no idea. Yeah, it's from Borg Lockbox. We'll open the Borg Doff packs on a KDF character. Terrible. Yeah. Some days the RNG goes well, some days it goes bad, but I mean, it just swung pretty good right there. Yeah, I've got T. Okay. Let's go over to a random KDF character. Let's do 31. But yeah, on the topic of what was just mentioned above about leveling the Mirror Warship on 59 characters from Jaxai, when Jeremy was in the stream I did last night, he was in the stream chat over on Twitch. We were talking about that, and we mentioned that like we'd be willing to pay the lithium to be able to do that, and he took that down as a note. So maybe someday that'll leveling up the ship's account wide will be made a little bit easier. Why on KDF? It's just my preference. The markets are a little bit different. I mean, unfortunately, I got screwed over. I mean, 25 and 43, last I checked, aren't particularly the most desirable. Like if this had been a 24, 26, 27, yeah. That account trade unlock just has to be done. Yeah, I mean it would make me more likely to go in and play other characters. Like that's a big bottleneck of like I just don't want to do that time to go in level up all the ships on a bunch of different characters. So 25 for KDF, I mean on paper is worth 225. In reality, it will not sell for that. Deflector Officer 43. I mean, that might sell like for 65, but I think this will bounce back to me in a week. The 25 for KDF, I'm gonna lowball it here because I don't think that KDF price is accurate. Mike, yeah, so the DOF market is different for Fed and KDF because there's just different amounts of supply and demand. Like I've had situations where like I've farmed specific duty officers such as the emergency power to subsystem debuff cleanse it off. Tyheth, I think it is for KDF. KLL for Fed. Where when I went in and farmed it on the KDF side, like I was able to profit quite a bit because there was just nobody else doing them. Like the DOF system is complicated, and because it's separated for the different factions, it adds another layer of complexity to the market. Yeah. Even the desirable Borg duty officers are taking time to shift. Yeah. How much deal would I be expecting to pay for it? That's a good question. Is it a one-time pay for the entire account, or is it like a pay per ship per character? Like if I'm paying to get the ship unlocked, like the trade unlocked account wide, if my other characters have access to it, then I think I mean, I'd probably pay a couple 100,000 dilithium, personally, because you have to realize, like, if it was 100,000 dilithium, that's just $2, worth of Zen. So, like, I mean, I would be willing to spend a couple bucks to save myself from needing to go in and level the ship up on, 10 different characters. For ground, what do I try to focus? Plus damage, crits ever, or something else? I don't really follow the ground meta as much, but it's usually going to be like crit D or damage still. I think crit D is still a bit more popular for ground, just because there's not as many damage buffs that people stack up. I would even pay Zen for an account unlock trade option, yeah. I just opened some Borgdorf packs and just was selling the ones that I got right there. They're nothing really that notable. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good question for you guys. Like, how much how much money would you spend to instantly unlock a ship account wide versus like how much would you spend to be able to skip the mastery grind on, for that ship for that character? Like if there was just a button there that said you could pay 20,000, like 20,000 to lithium more instead of like needing to go in and take the ship into a patrol, build it out and all that. Like, would you pay the 20,000 dill, or would you, just go in and level it like we normally do? I mean, it did still make sense on for a lot of people to just, go in level it up for free, but you get the point there. There's people that would pay. It takes minutes, yeah. It becomes a question of when does that number become like what when does the lithium cost to level it up on one character become like low enough that people would, be willing to consider it? Do I think character respec should become free? Yeah, absolutely. Elite Wanted doesn't even need spam bars. That's true. Yeah, Everwind. I also think that I think it's time for the dilithium, or not the dilithium, the EC cap that free to play players have on PC, where they have to spend $5 to get it raised over 15 mil. I think it's time for that to go. That's a bit severe, but I mean, I know people that would pay it. Making 100 million EC is doable over time, completely free to play, without like even touching the market because of your endeavors. Um, doing things like Tour the Galaxy, but that's stuff that builds up slowly over time. People want like really fast EC farming methods, and they just don't really exist aside from pull out your wallet. Yeah, pay to maybe no matter what for the first time you're leveling the ship on your account, you have to actually go in and level it up. But then a button to pay to unlock it account wide afterwards, yeah, that would make a bit more sense because you'd still have to at least like actually level the ship up one time. I just think in general, like I understand the pay to skip mechanics can really look bad in some situations, but I think there needs to be something done in that regard to make it easier for people that have lots of characters. I know. That giddy. Yeah, I once did a so a long time ago, I was doing an EC like challenge series where I had to go from I gave myself like 1 million EC to start, and the goal was to get up to 1 billion. Um, I did it within a couple of weeks, but the issue is that the reason I never published it is because the method was so specific that like people that were going to go in and try to follow what I did wouldn't be able to do it. Like that's the issue too with a lot of like these EC generation methods is if you're the only person that knows about them, they work. But as soon as two people know about them, or you know, as soon as more, like it's done. Like that's the thing with the many parts of the market, especially DOF wise. Like if I were to drop a video saying, "Hey guys, I farmed a ton of these duty officers and I made billions of EC off of it," guess what's going to happen? A bunch of you are going to go in. You're going to see how to get the DOF. You're going to go and try to generate them yourself rather than buy them if it's something you want to use. The demand's not going to be there for the amount of supply hitting the market. Can I do a broadside cannon build using simple cannons? Yeah, absolutely. I felt rewarded doing a hard TFO for a specific advanced console material. Yeah, I mean that was cool, but then they sort of render. I mean they pushed those advanced consoles out, and then there just wasn't follow up to them. They needed to continue making new versions of the advanced consoles. Yeah. Exactly, Pundus. Yeah, exactly. That's why real world make money quick courses are all scams, because sharing any info like that just dilutes whatever method is involved. Absolutely. Secrets that break the economy. Okay. Isomag for Ox, yeah. I was always surprised we didn't get that. Like, plus max Ox power console, like that can stack up, I think would have been really interesting for science. The other issue now is, we've got the uncon meta, and specifically for science builds, like, that was already the meta. Like, this uncon console spam stuff has been like the science meta for the past half decade, like before it really picked up for energy weapons. So it'd be really hard for like an advanced console to come in that would be good enough to make a science player want to drop some of their really potent universal consoles. Dan, thank you for the bits. We were talking about all this last night, and I'm talking to Thomas on Monday. The interview will be up on, like, I think the date's the 17th. So I'm talking to Thomas on Monday, for that interview, and yeah, I think just a discussion about some of that sort of stuff of like, I was talking about this a bit last night, but there's a lot of these little systems that they want people to return to the game, but they like it does concern me that some of these systems would deter people as soon as they realize what the systems are. That's kind of funny. Through the whole isomag craze, Uncon was already better. Yeah. Dan, thank you again. That surprise stream was at 4 a.m. for you? I started streaming last night at like 7:30 p.m. and I kept going to almost 11. Could I highlight or mention more damage consoles? Let's see. Damage-wise, the dilithium transporter off the Credence. This makes your weapons not drain power. It then gives you and 12 Up to 12 allies within 10 kilometers. A buff that, yeah, is immunity to subsystem offline effects, weapon power cost disabled, 15% firing cycle ace for energy weapons, and then it adds a dot to energy weapons and projectile weapons that does radiation damage. Sora, thank you for the gifted membership. Greatly appreciate it. That's a good damage dealing console. The off of the Achilles, the micro quantum torpedo phalanx ray. If that is a console that's very much skill reliant. Like you have to time it right. You have to group up enemies and really time it right. A lot of the damage consoles are like that, right? Though, like there's a skill requirement of you timing them correctly, but that can do a ton of damage. Do I not have it on right now? Hold on. Off of the Shangri-La, the sequential warhead loader can do pretty well. Against like a beefy target. The broadside combat module that can do a bit. Crenum Chronophage, that's pretty accessible too. That's still like under 10 mil in the exchange, and that can do a bit of damage and also shut down enemy shields offline. I'm also using Shield Frequency Overload off of the Breen Yad Dot. This doesn't do hull damage, but it does some shield damage and can be really good against beefy targets. You're saying I can't just dump 100k into the game, copy your build 1-to-1, and top the DPS boards? No. Spencer want to revisit past consoles. This new mods gave you a nice surprise with Emerald. Yeah, I was surprised, but it wasn't, that console wasn't good enough to make it to, you know, the top of the list for me. Definitely stronger than I expected though. Yeah. Any ships worth epic Phoenix tokens? The Lucari Hokun, that's got a pretty nice survivability console on it. I mean, Domino off the Bajoran Interceptor is still fine, but I don't remember the last time I used Domino, to be honest. The Kabali Sams are terrible. Oh. Oh, Dark Ghost. Dark Ghost is feeding the gamble. Dark Ghost, I really appreciate you. Chat. We got more gamble. The thing is, like, the anniversary bundle ships are basically on par with the stats of Lockbox ships. So that's been a big issue for the non-fed factions in the Zen store. Because it means that, like, Fed has all of these Lockbox tier ships right in the Zen store, but you look at, like, the KDF, Romulan, and Dominion options, and they all, like, outside of the legendaries, they just are very underpowered. Like, it's a major issue, and I understand, like, the non-fed ships don't sell as well, but part of the reason for that is because, like, those ships are just not good. Sora, thank you, thank you. Gamble, gamble. Happy to help enable, okay. So it seemed to work better if I alternate between the Borg and Infinity. We're gonna swap instances here. Let's go to number 4. This is a packed instance. And here we go. I just accidentally opened a trait box. Yeah, you see, I'm like having much more luck when I alternate the boxes here. It's just like the Borg Doffs want to drop more. At least they did at the start. And then they just stopped. Thank you, thank you. Let me see here. Dark is an enabler like me and Dan are. Which is messed up, yeah. I don't know how they would address that either, because like they're not going to give dev time to go in and introduce that many new non-fed ships in the Zen store. Like especially if they're saying that they're not performing, well. So I don't know. Okay. Also need to get these trait boxes moved off this character. Dawn, thank you for the casual membership. Greatly appreciate it. Um, yeah, or what they could do too, like there's talk recently about needing to about or not needing to, but just about how the fleets aren't getting as much attention nowadays. They could just put new, they don't even have to update the skins. I mean, unless they want to. Um, but basically just like re-release some of those older non-fed ships, just like new fleet versions that just have more modern stats. Make them be a bit more expensive, like require a few more fleet ship modules or something, but like I think something like that just to give non-feds access to some better ships that are not from lockboxes or those other really expensive sources would be cool. Colony coffers need an overhaul. I mean, the Lobby store, I think in general just needs to be like they need to sit down, go through, and like just buff up and modernize quite a few parts of the Lobby store. Like aside from Boimler and the plasmatic auto defense turret, like there's nothing really in the Lobby store that really is space wise that compelling to me. And I guess the Vengeance. Okay, I got another 4 Borg Doff packs to open. Let's go over to I've realized I don't have my light on, so my camera looks even worse than normal. It's my bad. That helps. Some old Lobby sets just need to be re-engineerable. Yeah. So that actually Lockboxes did come up in the discussion last night about how they do want to clean up Infinity. Like, put more things in, like there's a lot of stuff in there that I think we all are aware of is a bit of a cluster. Like Doff choice packs would be good. The kit frames are another one. There just needs to be more control over it because right now it's definitely a bit of a mess. Come on. What are these 37's worth something? 30? Ooh. Man, these Borg Doff packs are rough today. Let's see, what's 30 at right now? It's not gonna be good. 30 for KDF. The price of a Borg Doff pack is like typically 80-90. So if there's a Borg Doff that is worth less than that, it is a bit underwhelming. So let's just do 70 on that. The 15 is already garbage. I don't even have to look that up. 37 is going to be worth a bit. 33 is also basically 70, but the 37 for KDF is usually worth a good bit. Oh, it's crashed. Oh, because the PvP community is like dead right now. No. The PvPers aren't paying premium prices for these anymore. It's pain. Watts, how's it going? Man, that sucks. I was selling some of these 37s for like 4 to 600 million like half a year ago. Um yeah, there was a group last year that was trying to like get people back in and engaged, but the guy that ran it basically got pushed out by the rest of the PvP community, and with that effort and that community basically just fell apart. So um basically the the PvP community just continued to do PvP community things, and yeah, ripperoni. No, it was data. Did that interview happen or not yet? No, the interview I've got with Thomas will be on Monday. Like it's I'm recording Monday, but the release is embargoed until the 17th. Been selling, yeah. No one wants to buy them higher than that anymore because of the new season. I mean, we might see a pickup on exchange activity with the anniversary. Usually, when there's a big event in the game, when there's an influx of players back in, the market will pick back up a little bit. But yeah. Have I watched the latest Starfleet Academy episode yet? No, I have not. The PC or the people with the kind of EC funds for big ticket items are jumping ship or taking a break. Sadly, yeah. This started around 2 for me, so about 45 minutes ago. Yeah, I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Okay, I got pretty easy endeavors to do today. 9:23. It's about to be 9:24. Remember, Endeavor XP event is active right now. Pundits, I love how controversial it is. As a YouTuber, just think of for me, just think of all the engagement that is able to provide. Dan, that Ginger, that'd be interesting. The thing is too is a lot of the questions like that, Tubby, they've actually addressed here in the past week with the comments on like the with Jack's Q&A, AMA, and all that. Thomas also answered some stuff on the stream they did on Tuesday. I mean, it really does feel like this should be the standard XP from Endeavors, getting at least one Endeavor perk point a day. But I still believe the Endeavor system, just in general, needs to see some adjustment. Do they plan to run ads for Stowe? I believe so. I think the server needs to be improved before they do that. Um, okay, I'm gonna do. Actually, we can just do a TFO here. So I know everyone loves to see Infected the Conduit Elite. Public queue. Infected the Conduit Elite. Let's go. Yeah, like Deathboy, how's it going? But for the servers, we tried to do some like coordinated hives and infecteds a couple weeks ago. Like Nick, Cheops, Amici, Darthon, and myself, and it was just miserable. Cheops Cheops had such a poor experience. He's playing WoW right now. No, I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow. I'll probably write up all the questions tomorrow.
The situation is grim.
Look at all these beautiful mirror angles in here. It's almost like it's the best ship.
You will become one with the Borg.
Nick, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. I greatly appreciate it and your continued support.
Scanning the nanite transfer. Got it. Additional data is available. The nanite
Double agony at the start.
Stop that. The probe is closing in on a transporter. Destroy it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was like a double agony at the start. That was interesting. Nick, thank you again for the 10 gifted, man.
Sensors confirm that the transwarp conduit has been destroyed.
Gibbs, another 10 gifted. I appreciate it, guys.
Disrupted. We will need to send an away team there to look for survivors.
I sound just as awake as you are. Yes. Need more tank builds. Did you do 235? Yeah, I see you at 235. War fee there, 1.28. There's just a lot more firepower than the map needed right there. Okay. Did we get double agony spike at the start? I mean, those are big numbers, but I don't see multiple lines. Maybe not. Beautiful. That's given me. It doesn't look like it was an agony stack, so. Well, the game is shooting all the meta players away, so tank builds will be coming back when there's no one left who knows how to do more than a million deeps. But, I mean, yeah, can you believe hexacannons are not the top damage source right now? Or the Pavin Omni? Oh, that's terrible. So let's see, numbers here. Your hex is on top, dilithium lace weaponry. Your weapons just didn't get to targets fast enough. That's basically it. Was just there's a lot going on there. What is the top DPS right now? It's gonna be either a rainbow CSV setup with twinkling lights or a plasma CSV setup. But both are going to be on the mirror angle for like the absolute top. Outside of coordinated runs are still a little bit different, but no one's doing them right now because the servers just can't. The servers like explode when you try to do coordinated runs. By the way, everyone, I mentioned this last night, but I'm gonna bring it back up here. We'll drop the link in. Um, get some subscribers over here on this channel. There's I talked about this, but basically the plan is I'm going to do the main build guides on the main channel here that you're watching right now. But there's some people don't like that approach. Some people don't like the build guides where I'm, giving like the really higher level explanation. There's some people that just want the build presented on the ship. So that is what this second channel is going to be. The first couple of builds you're going to see on it are going to be like higher end. Basically, as the crate build guide goes out, there's going to be tailored, like custom crate style builds on some of the ships that people requested. Things like the Vengeance, the Lexington. But basically, I just want to have them separated out on YouTube. So if someone's explicitly looking for a Star Trek Online ship build, there's a channel that is like just ship builds, and the people that want the higher level explanation with the guides can get that on the main channel. The people that just want a ship build for a specific ship that are going in and searching for it, that channel is going to be there for them. Now, to make it easier on myself, the way that I'm going to have this set up is that if I'm doing like a bunch of build videos for like crate style builds, all of the sections that are the same between the ships are going to be the exact same recording. Like I'm going to record them once and just drop them in, drop those sections into the videos, because, someone that is watching, the crate build for X ship, that they're going to want everything just compiled together in that one video. And that's, they're not going to be looking at the other stuff. So, basically my idea is to just a way to make it easier for me to actually be able to get a lot more build videos out. Is just to be able to reuse a lot of the same segments and only actually do the segments that I need to for each individual ship. Thought the Lexington had its own channel already, 1701. But I'll show a nice high deeps build on the Lexington. We'll give 1701 some competition. I'll toss a rainbow CSV setup on there. Okay. Is this to experiment with potential meta shifts? It's to just give people different, like just different. I'm trying to think how to word it. Just trying to make it easier for people to find the builds that they want to see. Like, I want to get beginner builds on there. I don't have the playlist visible right at this very second. Hold on. Where is the Chrome? Switch account. Yeah, so right now there's 5 different playlists that I've got set up, and I might expand it later on. It, like, if there's a specific like meta style build like crate, I might just also have those on the playlist for crate. But like beginner builds, mid-range builds, premium high end, like specialized builds, and then commissioned. Now, well, we'll also have to see how this starts, how much engagement this gets initially too, because that's going to determine some of the decisions I make with it long term. But that's something I want to get at least 1 or 2 builds on there by the end of the month. So it's for people with short attention spans and just want the bullet points. Yeah. Yeah, so the reason it's not on the main CasualSAB channel is my idea here is that the main CasualSAB channel is, you know, it's a bit more variety with Stowe. Like it's still primarily Stowe, but it's a bit more variety. Like this stuff I cover here is going to be more game news, game guides, like how-tos. And then if you want that, like if you are just someone that wants to be able to go in and quickly find the ship builds, like that's what I want this to provide. Barefoot, thank you for the super sticker. I greatly appreciate it. You'd like to commission a drain build with beam overload? I mean, there is a playlist for commission builds. Rachel? If I play an hour-long video in 10 tabs at once, does that get you 10 hours of watch time? I don't think so. I think there'd be detections for that. Zoomers, yeah. But it's just, I've seen with the build guides before, is like people want the direct information. And there's people like they don't necessarily want to follow like a build guide because it can be a bit overwhelming. It could be a good, some people, you know, will go back and rewatch parts of them because they'll be able to pick things up over time and rewatch it and, you know, pick up more. But the direct, just here's this build on this ship, like at the end of the day, especially for new people that don't understand like all of the intricacies of like ship building and stow, like having just that direct information just is beneficial. It comes down to time. Yeah, so that's another thing too, is I guess a question for all of you is what length of a video do you think I should be targeting for these builds? Do you think 20, 30? Like I think if I go longer than 30, it's probably not good, but if it's targeting somewhere in between 20 to 30, isn't this what Bordicus was asking for? Bordicus, I think, was just asking in general for like people to just do more for just more guides for the game in general. I don't think it was specifically for this. $20, 20 to 30. Okay. Yeah. Well, look at what Pundit just said. YouTube Shorts length. That's just terrible, Pundit. Do you imagine the build guide all in a YouTube short? Jeez. I hate putting together YouTube shorts. They're a pain. Truly a pain. And yeah, there is also a some of you have already seen it, but I did also make where was it? In the list here, there was also Star Trek Online mission playthroughs. That's probably, I don't know if that's gonna go, but my thought was like for beginner guides, like one of the build styles I want to do is like here's the level 0 through 10 build, and if I'm going in and showcasing that in content, if I dumped it over onto that like a dedicated mission playthrough channel, like that might rack up some views over time. But the only downside is by doing this stuff on these other channels, I can't monetize them right away. So in order to monetize a channel on YouTube, in order to monetize, where is it? Earn. Like in order to actually be able to put ads in and monetize, you have to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, 1,000 subscribers and either 4,000 public watch hours or 10 million shorts views in the last 90 days. Yeah, Cheops, that's the thing, is it's like it's That's the only concern of doing the separate channels, is that I'm going to take an initial hit. It'd be more if I just don't want to, you know, if I start really diving into that stuff, I wouldn't want to bombard the main channel with it. Jack, thank you for the casual membership. Greatly appreciate it. I think that series died once you use Lobby and event reward. Everyone was following your zero to hero journey without any time limited reward. Will any of the channels be receiving sponsorship from an orange chicken factory? Oof. I wish. How do we make that reality? I linked at the ship builds channels linked below. The mission one is not, because I probably won't do anything on there near term. I know the Snow Better crew are doing this, but is there any benefit from you doing TFO tutorials? I've done them before. I really wanted to get one done for Shattered Peace, and then like I just had a lot going on, and it just never ended up happening. What keeps me coming back to Stowe for fun? Gotta chase the numbers. And play the market. I mean, play in the market, okay? Realistically, though, getting 4,000 watch hours, I think it's doable. Hold on. The numbers, yeah. He is training his real life market manipulation inside still. Whatever happened to your friend Broken Soul? Broken Soul's still around. Like the guides would still be on the main channel. It's just more of like the specific, like someone's looking for, you know, a specific ship build. Like, yeah. I don't know. Let's do Hive Elite. Hive Elite, we have a ton of firepower. Let's do Hive. Let me grab some more batteries here. Hive Onslaught Elite, public queue. Here we go. What shield am I using? The Kittimer shield. But yeah, back to the TFO guides. Like I've done some before. It's just sometimes they just really don't pick up. Okay.
Warning, ship is under attack. All integrity below 75.
Okay, that was... I wasn't expecting that.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
Feedback.
This is not the end.
There we go. Whenever you do well in here, she just pops feedback pulse immediately. Yeah, she trolls you. Trouble. Thank you, thank you.
That form was flesh. Valinor.
Steven, it's okay. It's okay. Bye. It happens. It's funny when it happens, too. Ralph? Yes, accept the friend request. Sorry, my Discord is over. Let me get that mailed to you. Fix for Stowe refusing to make a combat log. Did you follow the video I did for like how to set up a DPS parser? You know, make sure you don't have or make sure you have no auto rotate logs in the launcher options, and you just like fell down somewhere after turning it on and generated something for the file. And still not generating? Is your antivirus like nuking it? Yeah, neither of those are popping up. Worry about that later. Okay. Oof. Wow, that's an underwhelming selection. 3 different Endeavor perk points I don't care about. They all are space, but they're just ones that I don't care about. I guess let's give it to Temporal. Spencer got screwed there. Yeah, I'm trying to move the camera a little bit better. Terrible. Yeah, Spencer did get screwed right there. Absolutely. I just lost one of my windows here. Where's that? Oh, here, damn it. It's as soon as you earn the Endeavor perk point, it is going to be locked to that selection. Yeah. Must be Windows 11. You did type the combat log 1 in game. Like you went into your chat box and you typed in /combat log 1 like that. Well, you already said you followed the video, but yeah, that should be making it. Like as soon as you type in combat log 1, you do have to do some combat or like take some damage to like actually generate the file, but like if you're doing that, it should be making it. That's really weird that it's not. I have a ground Endeavor to do. You know what we haven't done in a while? Into the Hive Elite public queue. Let's visit the Borg Queen in person. Who am I and what have I done to Spencer? So have you guys heard of Rapidlithic Formation? It's a really powerful kit module from the summer event. It's like taking over the ground meta by storm. It's really powerful. Did I hear about the new Star Trek Voyager game? Yes, I have. You know, I never played the demo. You know, at some point we'll probably do like a stream for it. 824 Endeavor rating. 924. I'm getting close. I need that 1250.
You have penetrated to the heart of Unimatrix 01 and the home of the Borg Queen.
Hell yeah. We got the Nick NB here. Look at that. Sora. Got this. Copper and I can't pronounce names. I can't. No, I lost. Gambling, no.
Sweep this room quickly and you'll catch the Borg off guard. Seize the advantage. The Borg are reacting. They are awakening reinforcements.
What's left? Oh, the back corner. It'll make good board. Yep. Oh, did we miss a Borg drone? Did we miss another? Okay, there we go.
The central plexus and collective core is down. Gather we there detecting emission update.
Did I win? Yes.
Borg are reacting to the virus upload. Reinforcements inbound.
That's not an exchange console now. Never done this on console or on the PlayStation because nobody knows how. This discount is going to match what you'll see from the Muds bundle, like, this is as low as it's ever going to go. They don't do the 75% sales anymore. They did it once, and we've not seen it in like 4 or 5 years. So the 50% discount is as good as it's going to go. Yeah, I mean, it's up for 80 days, but the sale ends in, the initial sale ends in, like a week. Yeah, and at that time, there was only like 2 or 3 Muds bundles in the game. Now there's a bunch more, and it doesn't make sense for them to do that discount ever again. I don't think that's actually, like, even a concern, Drebin. Like, I think they're probably gonna have, like, that loan paid back, like, without even worrying about it. That's sort of the vibe I got. Like, when Jack was talking about that the other day, like, it's just not even a concern for them. Yeah, they wouldn't have taken the loan if they couldn't pay it, exactly. Dark Ghost, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. I really appreciate it. Yeah, because Jack was asked about the loan, like, and if the team is, like, rushing to, or, like, focused on, you know, making sure it's paid off, and, you know, it's not even a consideration. Like, they wanted to take in that loan if they couldn't pay it back. Can you get a mud ship with the free coupons? No. Oh yeah, I need to deploy the Moopsie. Oh, I thought I was... No! What have I done? I thought it was the ones around me.
You cannot.
That was very casual right there. But Dark Ghost, again, thank you for the 10 gifted. I really appreciate that. Where'd my mouse go? There we go.
The enemy is in a state of disarray. The enemy is in a state
Good job,
of
everyone.
disarray.
We did it. The mud ships, like stuff like the Vovin, you can't buy with a coupon. A lot of people wish you could, but sadly no. Dark Eddie. Barefoot, is that Fed or KDF? Says you're already in a fleet. Are you in TBC? I just saw your message in chat over there. I just looked over at the Discord. Where's the Nakul 2-piece? I need to play the mission to get it, and I've been lazy. Yeah, Barefoot, it says you're already in a fleet. Did someone get you in TBC already? Did I miss it? It's really about the trait. Like, it's 15% crit chance, 75 accuracy. Like, it's just a really powerful trait. The only time I don't use that trait is, like, on the most, like, bleeding edge, like, super high-end builds where, like, I have just something that's going to be more potent for my specific situation, or if I'm doing a supported run where we have ways to give the other player crit chance. Nice, Leonard. That's a good collection of ships there. Yeah, I sent this in the other day. With the ship builds channel, I put in a request for, like, what are the, like, top, like, I've got some ideas on what the top ships are that people are actually flying nowadays. But I want to get some, like, actual, if possible, like, official numbers to help me make sure I'm, getting, I'm covering every ship that people, like, actually fly. A year ago, Spencer was only on ground for the exchange, so this is huge. Nick, you're going to watch a basketball game. Have fun. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate your continued support. Yeah, I've got access to, like, the wiki pages to see, like, what the like most viewed pages are, and yeah, let me pull up, like, still wiki stats. Yeah, the wiki teams give me access to, like, see all that, like, really detailed info. So I've got access to see what pages it is people are, like, actually visiting. I can see, like, the really nice details, and I appreciate the wiki team for letting me see that stuff. But, like, I can go in and see, what is currently the most viewed, and this is the last 24 hours. So if I set this to the last 30 days, this will take a minute to load. Rising kit frame. You're running in an Okinawa, so I'm probably not even on the board. The Okinawa, it's just hard. Like, you know, the ships like that are, what is it? That's sort of like a, what was the Okinawa? Was it like it was an escort. What type of escort was it? Spencer's AI data farm be farming everyone's data. Pilot Raider, yeah. Like, you just lose features on a Raider that just really aren't worth it right now. Like, why would I ever want to run an escort without a hangar bay? You know, strikewing escorts have really ruined other escort style ships for me. But like, look here, I can see, you know, what's had the most views in the past 30 days, and like I can see friendship actually is pretty damn high. That's surprising. The friendship, the credence, I'm really legitimately surprised that those are that high on the list. How are those the top, like in the top 5? I didn't know the friendship was like that popular, to be honest. Like I know the friendship's good, but I always thought it was a bit more niche, and that showing up as like that high is a bit weird. The credence makes more sense. The Connie 3. Oh no, Cheops, don't you dare. Both were in an episode of Academy. Oh, so people. That makes sense. The Legendary Inquiry, that's still like a really good ship. Those are visits, not unique. There's probably ways for me to drill down into that a bit more, but let's expand. Can I go last 90 days? Do I think anything new will happen for Torps? It peaked with the Eagle, but has been boring since. I think Jeremy made a comment on a stream recently about needing to release another pilot command ship, so there might finally be some competition there soon. Does pressing F5 count? I don't know. Can I try the invite again? Yeah. There you go. Welcome to the most socially active fleet in the game. There's no social activity. I don't want to relearn torp binds either, to be honest. I got so tired of torps. Yeah, this makes a bit more sense. Connie 3, Lamar, Trafalgar, Credence, Friendship, Brignout Thought, Obina, Awani, Vovin, World Razor. The Voktar had a spike because it was the winner ship, but I mean, the Voktar, most people have already probably moved on from. Excelsior 2, Protostar, Shangri-La, Achilles, Ark Royal, Mere Warship, Duderstat. Why is the Duderstat so high? Are people memeing? Someone's got to be memeing. Please don't tell me there's that many people going for the Duderstat. That just hurts my immersion. Fleets have become ghost towns. That happened post Delta Rising. There's always, you know, some fleets out there that are managing to still retain some social activity, but in most cases they do. You'll find that fades out after a while, and you have to like find another fleet if you're looking to maintain that level of social activity. Post Delta Rising, I was rather quick to just accept what the damage was from that expansion, and we shifted the Breakfast Club over to basically just being a fleet for people that are playing the game, but that just don't want the social activity. But they want all the benefits of what a fleet can offer. Yeah. Account-wide Protostar would be nice. Bro, you're gonna make me wanna grab more Zen. I should have rated winner though. I should have stocked up a bit more. Instead, I bought more of these damn hard drives, more of these damn SSDs. This one I need to get out of the caddy, so. We won't find out anything about the anniversary bundle until after the sale's over. Oh yeah, you're not going to learn anything about the anniversary bundle for a while. And another thing is, a lot of people always forget this, but the anniversary bundle does not go live on the 17th. The anniversary event, the anniversary update goes live on the 17th, but the anniversary bundle will follow like 2 to 3 weeks later. Like last year, the anniversary bundle dropped like a week or two into March. Was it March 10th? So like you're going to have people on the 17th wondering where the bundle is, and the answer is going to be it's still weeks out. Yeah. Typhon's on here, Borg Assimilator, Crossfield Science Spirit Refit, Echelon, Corolla, Omega. I'm surprised about the Omega, but I guess within this time frame it was still a fairly recent release. Yeah. It's just interesting to see this data. To see, you know, how far down certain ships are. Yeah. No scoped. I think the idea of delaying the anniversary bundle is that right as people are about to finish the anniversary event, which is a 20-day, or it's a 30-day long event with 20 days of participation required. As people are getting towards the 20 days, that's when they drop the anniversary bundle. Because it's meant to keep people like in the game longer. If everything dropped day one, as soon as people got to 20 days of the event, they'd stop. But because the bundle drops a bit later, to me, the impression I've always had is it's just to keep people playing the game longer. Hopefully long enough for the next part of the event campaign, which would like be immediately after the anniversary. Yeah, the kit frame I'm using right now is the one Nick had me do, the Rising Terraformer Universal kit frame. Waldo, how's it going? It's a little bit chilly out, but we're in a heat wave, aren't we? 41 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be up in the 60s. I know. I can't believe it. Heat wave. Okay. We tried to do two of these last night, but they failed both of them. Let's do a Shattered Peace Elite public queue. This is the newer space TFO they put in. Does have some lengthy cutscenes. That's a downside to it. But last night I just had a random BS fail. So let's see if we can get one that is successful today. Wrist braces, just use the arrow keys. The damn snow and ice is never going to melt in West Virginia. Ooh. Yeah, it's really interesting. When I lived in Eastern Iowa, like we'd always be hit by every snowstorm was basically hitting us. But here, in Central Iowa, in Des Moines, it's just interesting how just a couple hundred miles to the west, things are so different. Like, if I look outside right now, like there's gonna be no snow on the ground. And it's been like that for a little bit. Oh, reminds me, I need to check the 3D printers. So I repaired one of my 3D printers last night. What a pain that was. That was a miserable experience trying to fix that cable. Took me like an hour to get this damn cable routed through the case. Absolute pain. But as I was doing that, as I was fixing the first printer, the second printer failed with the exact same issue, but it's got it more severe. Like the cable on it's just completely effed. So apparently with the Elegoo Centauri Carbon, there's people have had issues with the USB-C cable on it. So I'm lucky and I've run into the issue so early on. I'm using Elegoo Centauri Carbons. I've got 2 of the V1s, 1 of the V2. Pundis, I'm gonna be honest, like if you've got the money, the Bamboo Lab quality is there. And like the Elegoo stuff, I like it. It's working really well for me when it works. It just sucks for me because whenever I do run into an issue, it's a 10 to 20 day wait for replacement parts to arrive from China. That's a bit of an inconvenience for me. Like, especially, like, I'm using these to make money. So having the printers down, like, even one of them down for that long, just, that just blows. And I can't buy, replacement parts, really. Most of the replacement parts, they just don't have available yet. This will fail in the next round. Oh no.
This would have been a dark day without you.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a budget one, the Elegoo stuff, I mean, it works. The Elegoo Centauri Carbon 2 just dropped. It does have an improved build quality compared to the V1, but
Good. I see you assisted
it's got
on the
a funky design. Also, 3D printing some of the ships you've worked on. Be prepared to have to like split them up into parts, though. You could probably find some ways to like angle them to get them to print all in like one go, though. But if you want like something that looks really good, like if you can split it up into parts and like find a way to attach after printing, attach them together, I think that'd be for the best quality. Solo Advanced? I haven't even run like Solo Advanced in such a long time. I don't honestly have a number. I know that if you're doing like a public queue of like infected advanced and you're doing like 150, 200, like I think that's like a reasonable number for being able to say you can go into to harder difficulty. Revat.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the forces arrayed against Kittimer are too much for your task force to handle right now. Alright, fall back. Reinforcements and damage control teams are on their way. This is gonna be a tough fight. But hey, I like to believe there's always...
Rip. Yeah, but yeah, the Prometheus model I did, the bottom just fell off with the hanger bays, but doing this in parts, like the detail has been really good. Terrible. I just saw that comment. Let's see here. Yeah, the Elegoo stuff, like they're good 3D printers. The company did recently get investment from DJI, and like at that price point, it's hard to beat. The Centauri Carbon 1, like at $270, that's just a single color printer. You can do like color swaps in it, but you have to do it manually. But yeah, I mean, $269 for the single color. I'm running 2 of those, and that Prometheus I printed entirely on the Centauri Carbon. The Centauri Carbon 2 at $449, That's multicolor. Like it's a good printer. I've run into an issue with it that I'm sorting out with them, but like their support is responsive. Their support is responsive. It's just that unlike Bamboo, you're not going to have as many like parts out there available to buy right away if you need them, but you can contact their support and get them. And it, if you're running into that situation, Pundus over there, you'd be able to get replacement parts a hell of a lot faster than I would. But they have improved their parts availability. So if I go to Centauri here, like they've started to get the boards on there and stuff. So like they're getting better about it. Mondo Malari recommends the Centauri printers. Yeah. I don't know who that is. Babylon 5. Oh. How am I able to stop on a dime and go back and forth with no inertia problems and go backwards so fast? It's going to be a combo of the comp engines having like a deuterium or evasive active so often. I mean, if I'm going to type the name in and I'll probably recognize, okay? Londo. Okay, look, it's been probably close to a decade since I watched Babylon 5. I've watched Babylon 5, okay? I watched it. Yeah, Pundus, I think in your position, I'd like if you don't want to deal with hardware maintenance, yeah. Londo's the hair guy, yeah. Yeah. I think my next 3D printer will probably be like a Bamboo Lab P2S, but that's far off. I have to sell a lot of the hard drive cages to make that reality. But did I watch it twice in a row? No. Arguably the main character. Look, I remember moments from that show, okay? I remember like the asteroids hitting the planet. I remember the was it the Shadow Fleet or whatever. I remember. Have I watched Stargate? Yes, I've watched Stargate multiple times. Stargate is an amazing show. Cheops, look, that show is older than I am, okay? Yeah, I looked at the Cheaty stuff and yeah, I mean looks like some pretty good options there as well. I just was on a budget and the Elegoo lineup was very appealing. And I mean, I've printed a ton of stuff off with them. Let me grab this. Okay, I can't grab that right now, but yeah, I've printed a ton of like home lab stuff with it, like printing up my own server rack. It's been working well. And looks like after the repair I did, replacing the cable in the one last night with the one that they sent me, that fixed that one, so that's printing out a part right now. That filament doesn't look amazing though. I don't like that gray. The other printer, that one's going. This here's the my Centauri Carbon 2 camera, and just the overall quality of it is certainly a bit better. But that's working well right now. Yeah, the Bamboo Lab stuff would have that too, Pundus. If you're looking at Bamboo Lab, go with their P2S. That's their new one. It is a bit pricey. I know here in the States it's like $800. Might be a bit cheaper over there because you guys don't have to deal with all the tariffs and stuff, but yeah, that the Centauri Carbon too. Like, it's multicolor. It does look funky because it's got the the spools on the side. It doesn't have like an AMS system like the bamboo, but it works. Prusa Core 1. The Prusa stuff is out of my price range right now. What did I think of Andromeda? I don't remember it. Have I seen Star Wreck? I don't. No, I don't think so. But do people remember Earth Final Conflict? Terrible. BSG, the newer series, that was great. I've watched that a couple times. Okay. So Shattered Peace just seems to be a very difficult TFO to do right now. That's been multiple failures in the past couple of days. It's time for another infected. Public queue infected the Conduit Elite. This time I'm bringing in Fire at Will. Yeah, I never watched the original BSG. It's probably a good thing. Babylon 5 over Stargate? Dark Eddie. No. Yeah, I need to go through and rewatch a lot of these older shows. It's just a matter of having like finding the time. Watch the original BSG pilot / movie. Oh no. So say we all.
The situation is grim.
You see, this is what sucks about the legendary nebula trait. Like, needing to mess with these toggles so damn much to build up the stacks of it in prep phase. And then you gotta, like, do that. There's too much micromanagement. And if I'm saying it's too much micromanagement, there's probably a problem. You just have double agony? I feel like you did. I feel like there's very much a double agony right there. We go.
Scanning the nanite trench.
Constantly humid. Oh yeah. I actually I ran into some issues with my Centauri Carbon 2, so let me pull this up. I had to go in and hook it up to a filament dryer. Let me see if I can find a picture here. This room is a mess. Okay, yeah, I guess this is probably as good as I'm gonna get, but I ran into an issue where the first and last slots were having some weird defects. I'm waiting for the R&D department to get back to me on the solution, but I have it hooked up to a Creality Space Pie filament dryer, so they don't have one built in. Instead, they just want you to hang the filament rolls right off the side of the printer. So I just hooked up my own filament dryer, and it's basically doing the same thing for me. I don't have room for that, dude. The family's about ready to kill me with what I've done to the living room. Like it's a complete cluster out there right now. There's so much filament. In fact, there's another box of filament right outside my door right now that just got dropped off from FedEx or UPS. No, it's out in the living room. Right out in the living room. The family loves it. They've learned to drone out the sound. And I've got like air filters on the back of them. Retro. Yeah, let's see if that's it. Ralph, how's it going? Are you in game right now, Ralph? You are? Okay. Yeah, it's okay, so it was you the very first one was right. Okay. I get this mailed over to you after I open a couple of boxes here to clear some space out. There you go. There is your liberated Borg Command Juggernaut. Congrats and enjoy. Well, that's why there's filters on them. And I'm also, like, I'm not printing, like, ABS or, you know, any of the really toxic materials. I'm primarily printing with PETG, which someone's going to say that, Spencer, you know, that's pretty toxic. That's what I'm waiting for someone to say, but it's been fine. Like, one of the first things I did with the printers is I got some filters to, like, I printed out some things that go over the fans on the back where you can slide in some filters. Warp Core, you're pretty toxic. Dude, some of the recent comment sections, I really like, so people think that I am, like, automatically filtering out some comments, and it's literally just like YouTube's auto filter doing it. But let me show this. Oh, I missed a comment here. Are the trait and hanger pets still bugged? Didn't they fix the Borg assimilator? What was the issue? What was the issue with the Borg assimilator? You guys can't hear this, can you? I don't remember what the issue is. I'll have to look into that. But let's look. Held comments, newest. Oh. So once again, let's look at the reality for long-term players here, shall we? I have 16. Yeah, I mean they are in general too slow to release these ships to MUDs. Absolutely, there needs to be a way to. Once you buy a premium ship, there needs to be a way to instantly make it account wide unlock. Let's I mean, I don't like at first glance. I don't see anything wrong with that comment. Okay, there's some toxic stuff near the end. We'll leave it there. Giab101, thanks for the unfair shadow ban, you CNT. Whether you are the channel owner or smooth brain mod, imagine being banned for pointing out. Okay, we're gonna leave that right where it belongs in the filter. You get some quality comments that end up in the filter here. Both Blade, you were in chat before, weren't you? You got caught. CasualSAB After Dark Edition. Yeah. Sometimes there are comments where I understand the frustration, but I just, I can't let them be on the channel like this. Sometimes there are some comments that do go a bit far. The Expanse is great. Masters of Science or Master of Tactics? Oof. Both are, I mean, good in their ways. Or a newer. And goodbye. You made an Amos Burton character in Stell. I like when he goes into the airlock with the doctor. That ending right there, where he's like, I am that guy. That was a great moment. Did I? Oh, there's quite a few comments. Yeah, Terran Goodbye is just easier to use than Universal Designs. How often do packs rotate through the MUDs market? We'll have a new MUDs bundle in around 80 days, but hopefully we'll have a MUDs bundle sale in between then that brings back all of the older MUDs bundles. Let's sort this by newest. I read on the Discord that they are looking to nerf the Gemini console. I use it, but what the hell is so OP about it that needs a nerf? I don't even know what's being talked about there with the Gemini console. What? Where did Gemini pop up? Gemini. Hi everyone, Dev here. I wanted to share with you a bit of context about the hexacannons. Please take it as my own personal experience rather than the word of God. The hexacannons were part of the Heritage Bundle. This was done while the Deca team was still very small and very new to the engine. As such, you got to see some rarities like the hexacannons, the Premonition Gemini device, or the Micro Quantum Phalanx Ray. We've been discussing this for a long time now as we looked into what was the best course of action, from reading feedback to testing, etc. At the same time, we've been working on getting new content out while still learning. Bouncing in has been long overdue, but time constraints made it difficult. We'll try to do better in the future. Okay. I don't really know with the Gemini device, what would be an outlier about it? That it gives haste to experimental weapons? Like, yeah. I don't know, Limp. I don't know. It's been ages since the last one. The Black Friday was the last Muds Bundle sale. Yeah, definitely make sure you've got your Zen already ready to go ahead of time. And as soon as you see a Muds Bundle sale pop up, you go for it. Original BSG was pretty good. Kind of campy and shared SFX from Buck Rogers. I don't think the Gemini console doesn't make any sense to hit. The only issue really with that I've talked about is that it's got like a, when you hit it, it puts you like into a stun for a second when it does the animation. Like you get just held in place. The Micro Quantum Phalanx Ray off of the Achilles is an extremely powerful console, but it's also very skill reliant. Like, if you don't know what you're doing and you hit that at the wrong time, like, it's not going to do a damn thing for you. Like, compared to the numbers that we're seeing from it in, like, really high-end runs. Like, it's really good, shows up really high on, record-setting parses, but you have to time it right. It's the same for the Corolla's broadside console. Like, if you don't know what you're doing and you just spam bar it, you're going to get damn near nothing from it. Like, there's some of these consoles that are really potent, but you have to use them right. I only just bought the Pavin from Muds and now Chopping Block. I've given feedback that if there's further adjustments to anything, such as, Pavin or Type 7s, that there needs to be counteractions done. And I think they're on the same page. Like, especially seeing the reaction from people with hexes this week. Like, if there's further adjustments done, there needs to be something positive done at the same time to balance it out. Yeah, they're just, it can't be just hitting, because it's going to make people not want to buy certain things moving forward. Like, I've said with the Pavin specifically that, people just bought that from Muds. So hitting that too hard would be risky. Pavin isn't too OP though. Under CSV and Thought can do an enormous amount of damage, but it does really want you to have targets grouped up to get the most out of it. Okay. Oh. Ralph, enjoy. Yeah, Jeremy made that comment last night. Did I please tell me I got a picture of it just to... I think it came up because Jeremy was in the stream I did last night, and we talked about this a little bit. He had mentioned some of the underperformers are being looked at too. Yeah. Yeah, logical, and especially if it stays long enough that it's able to get to the mud store. Like if people have just bought it after it hits muds and then it gets hit, like that the risk for them doing that is that it can disincentivize people from making further muds purchases. Like if I was, you know, someone that just came in, I'm trying to do like a meta build, and I buy like the Pavin, and then it gets hit into the ground like 2 months later, like I would never buy anything from the mud store again. I'd probably be, you know, hesitant about any future purchases in the game. So like that's something they have to be very careful about. I even said that, Ed. Like the Lobby store at this point needs a massive, they need to like go in and rebalance like the entire Lobby store. So much of the gear in there is just so out of date nowadays. But it would be a lot of work. Where do I get the Mirror Constitution Warship for Terran Goodbye? It's in the current bundle, Dan. Otherwise, it's a Lockbox ship. You can also buy it on the exchange, but if you wanted account wide, it's in the Muds Master of Tactics bundle. And if you're buying your Zen for this bundle via the Epic Game Store, please remember to use code CasualSAB at checkout. The funds from that greatly help me out and feel certain addictions that I have. Whether that be the filament addiction or the storage addiction. I need more of these. Need more. Dark Eddie, I know. You understand I need more. Lockbox like Infinity. But if you wanted to count wide, definitely just go for the bundle. SSD. Look. I don't appreciate that language, okay? Yeah. I mean, that's what they did with the hexacannons, is they asked in the Discord for like the content creator section. They asked about it and feedback was provided. I tied in the I relayed things over to the curated channel, the curator channel in the builds Discord, because we have a lot of Theorycraft folks in there that look at the numbers, and because I was like, we need, you know, this sort of stuff needs to have like that sort of, or that part of the community involved. He needs the epic money for SSDs in this economy. Well, it's also, I mentioned this last night, but I'm probably gonna have to move in about 4 months. 3 to 4 months, I'm probably gonna have to move. Do they still make spinning hard drives? Yeah, I've got a few right here. Biker, yeah. Yeah, when they hit Neutronic Eddies right after it went into the mud store, yeah, I know a lot of people that just left because of that, or just stopped buying. I'm gonna have to move to a homeless shelter after buying one 4GB RAM stick and 100. How big of a U-Haul is it gonna be? I mean, I think we got like a 28-footer a couple years ago. But everything we have stored in our garage right now, we've been using our garage as like a storage unit, and we're gonna have to throw most of the stuff in there. Yeah. Basically, like without a Zen sale, yeah. I mean that's like the just like the base price. But if you factor in like Zen charge bonuses, stuff like that, you could probably get it closer to 100. Yeah. Well, we'll definitely have to hire movers though, because I don't want to lift all this crap down to a U-Haul. Yeah, Rauken, absolutely. Keeping the items still useful afterwards is good. Hey, those 3D printers, basically when they're in use, they're using like 100, 120 watts per. Not too bad. When they're heating up the build plate, though, they'll spike up to like 400 watts. Spencer needs movers to lift him to the car? Jeez, Warp Core. So toxic. So incredibly toxic. That makes me sad. Doing great. Keep it up. Thank you, Warp Core. Just 3D print the U-Haul around the stuff you want moved? Oh no. Stasis, thank you. To 3 Mile Island. We'll probably stay somewhere in Des Moines. There's so much to do here compared to the rest of Iowa. Like, I lived in some really small towns when I was in eastern Iowa, and there's just not a damn thing to do. Here in Des Moines, at least, we have, you know, most of the important stores, including Costco. In fact, there's 2 Costcos around here. Stasis, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Moved to eastern Iowa. They're turning the nuclear power plant back on. I mean, I've got a lot of family up around like the Dubuque area, but I don't know if I want to go back over there. There's just nothing to do. I say this as someone that's chronically online and at my computer most of the day, but you know, isn't Iowa the corn capital and soybeans? Don't forget the soybeans. I was unaware there are things to do in Iowa other than convince people they need more corn. Yeah, looking at options. It just sucks. It's never a fun situation. Do I use RAID? With all the drives, like I need to go in and redo how I'm going to set up the ZFS pools, but yeah, I'm using like right now, I think on my 2 pools that are in my current storage server, they're both on like RAID Z2. He's from Iowa. He only works in outer space. Raid Shadow Legends. Oh no. No, so like with there's too much crap on the desk right now. Raid 0, live on the edge card. So like if I've got 8 drives here, yeah, I'm probably, I don't know, RAID Z2 or RAID Z3. Yeah. Spencer's got a messy desk. Yeah, that's an understatement. The entire room's a complete disaster right now. Yep. I also got a bunch of 3 terabyte drives that I need to I still need to like actually get like properly deployed. Bad man. Yeah, I personally like to retain my data. So RAID 0 just I don't want to do that, you know? I would really just like to put whatever I have on there, you know, stay there. I have enough storage now that I'm almost contemplating selling off some of the storage. We'll have to see how it goes. Not any of like my 14 or 8 terabyte drives, but the threes, it does feel a little bit excessive. You will own nothing and be happy. Yeah, that's the modern way, isn't it? Own nothing and be happy. Hard drives everywhere. There is hard drives everywhere in this room. Sorry, I'm just looking at some stuff. But think of all the content you could make about your data being lost. Oh no. Terrible. Okay. Let's do a couple more TFOs and I'll wrap things up. He's looking at hard drives? No. No. I don't have money for more hard drives right now. I need to sell the hard drive cages. Do any of you have 10-inch mini racks that you're running? Any of you got a home lab setup? Let's do a Hive Onslaught Elite public queue. Watts, terrible. Your file server is in a fractal design define R7. Yeah, my current is in a Fantex Entho Pro 2. And it's got 12. So that's my like original storage server, and that's got 12 drives in it. 6 8 terabytes, 6 14 terabytes, but that I was running out of space, so I had to expand. So I got a couple more 8 terabytes, then I got a couple more 14 terabytes. Then I got some really good deals on some 3 terabytes and a couple 4 terabytes. Then I went on an SSD craze when I saw SSD prices were starting to go up. I have a problem. I make videos. That means lots of storage. Lots of storage, lots and lots of SSDs. AI Raider XL, I've never heard of that before. I'll have to look into it. You're in the TFO? Nice!
Did you think you had destroyed me?
We're lagging around a little bit. Fire at will misfired. Hell yeah. This is laggy as shit. Okay. Thought there was an injury there. parse yourself in like infected advanced if you're on PC. Like you want to be aiming to do, I would say if you want to have an easier time doing elites, like I would aim for like 150k. I mean, realistically, like 100k would be enough, but I think giving yourself a little bit of wiggle room, being able to do at least 150, I think is going to make it be a better experience. Well, it wasn't necessarily an issue of without a tank, it was more of fire at will misfired and I'm rubber banding around.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel.
Feedback is going to get me here.
I am full. I am eternal. This is not the end.
If they fix the servers, who will you possibly have to blame for the lack of skill? Well, I mean, if I have a skill issue, I'll call it out. Like, one of the things with, like, if you're trying to, like, do deeps chasing, like, trying to set records and all that, you will record your runs, and you're going to review them, and you're going to be pissed off that you, like, mistime something, and, like, even if I'm, like, in an infected solo, like, as I'm going, I'll just see, oh, I just messed up, and I, you know, like, right there, I'm like, oh, I messed up and hit this button I shouldn't have. It's been awful all day, yeah. $9850X3D before you use it. Am I not using the new damage device, the stationary one? No, I'm not right now. Yeah, I mean, that just, like, when it comes to, like, chasing the performance, you have to be very, very self-critical. Like, you have to be watching what you're doing and reviewing it later on. Like, if you're really trying to push numbers, you gotta record, you gotta look at the VODs, you gotta see what you did right, what you did wrong, and learn from your mistakes. If you're not willing to do that, then being chased by a Kelvin Enterprise. Where's the vengeance when we need it? Yeah, I don't know if all of the old engine related people are already in new positions, but if any of them are still like looking for work, I think it would be in Cryptic's best interest to bring those types of people back. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm going to wrap things up. If you guys have any final questions, feel free to drop them down below. Yeah, I think advertising the game would be good for them, but I think that they need to get the server issues fixed before they do that. Because if they did suddenly get an influx of players with these servers the way that they are, like, I think it would be bad. But yeah, I mean, some TV spots, like some more advertising. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Sora, let me go grab some food and then we can do the one-on-one. And by the way, if anyone else like has paid for like the one-on-one membership on YouTube, I said this before and I'll say it again. Like, I can't reach out to you via YouTube, and like I don't know your ad handle in most of these cases. So if you want to get that benefit of sitting down having a one-on-one conversation about your build, you got to reach out to me. Discord, the business email, like you got to be the one to initiate the contact, because YouTube does not provide me a way to contact you. So please keep that in mind if you're doing any of those memberships. But yeah, Sora, we can go do that. Give me like half an hour. So like it's 4:30 for me. Let's meet up at 5. I'm gonna go grab food and we can meet back and get that sorted. Okay, let me get the raid started on Twitch. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. Remember that there are giveaways up on both the CasualSAB and Builds Discords. Link is in the description below the stream. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Mr. Cryptic Shill, oh, you know it. When you called lag in your instance, my instance basically froze. Spencer thinks better with orange chicken. Absolutely. Need the orange chicken. We got 3 boxes of it the other day. We'll probably grab another 3 boxes before the sale ends. Okay. Thanks all. And the raid is out on Twitch. And here we go. See you guys around.